Whoops.
Oop. Crikey.
I should not do that. I mean, yeah, we could probably just go like,
Very good.
whoops.
Where am I? So many bloody buttons.
Yeah, so you want me to go through like a replay or live coach? Up to you, bro.
I mean, I don't think I don't know when our other player is coming, so we're probably just gonna do a replay. If
Okay,
that's fine with you.
cool. So if there's one particular that has you stumped for how to improve, that you really want to focus on,
It's probably the Void game we played, our second game.
the second one you sent me. Bang.
Yeah, the Void one where I was playing Void.
Awesome, awesome.
You know, I like myself a nice Void.
Yes, indeed. I've looked at your void a couple of times. You always get a decent score, but unfortunately the win evades you.
All 4 of my games were pretty good scores.
So that probably means we're not using the map as well as we could be if your score is high. So that those are the easiest. Actually, no, those are probably the hardest issues to fix. Playing the map. Am I streaming? I'm streaming. Okay. So if you want to see my screen, probably just let me check it. So it's gonna be like a 7-second delay, I think, maybe a bit less. I haven't checked my stream delay on my at my university accommodation, so hopefully it should be fine.
I mean, can't we like do a little thing in Discord? You can like share your screen in Discord.
Screen share in Discord is always really weird.
Is it weird?
I can't stream into this channel. I think
can't.
Is it? Let me try something. I'm just gonna go to a separate Discord and see if I can stream into that. If not, I'll come right back. Okay. There we go. So
okay.
There, that should. I've never tried this, at all. But I mean, you tell me if it looks like it's working.
No, it's working.
Is it? What's the quality like?
No, we can see what's going on.
Pretty decent.
Oh, sick.
I mean,
okay.
Okay. Okay, like count down when you're gonna click on something, and then we can actually see what's the delay. It's like a second or something.
My game. Well, I'll tell you when the loading screen finishes up, and I see like the actual in-game shit.
There's the Void.
Oh, okay, that's pretty fast then. So, okay, yeah, I've just loaded in.
Then it's in. Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty quick. I'll just turn the volume down. Oh my god.
The quality isn't that high, but at least we're synced.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose that is pretty important. Cause maybe I don't need to stream, cause I'm streaming at the same time. I could just record. No, it's easy to export stuff to YouTube from Twitch. All right, first things first. Starting items. I need to figure out what you're actually laning against. Wait, or what did you guys think you were laning against? It's a Slark. Imagine what is this a 4 invoker?
Yeah, it is.
4 invoker, 5. Okay, so that's an offlane bloodseeker. I mean, if you're against an offlane bloodseeker, you probably want a lot of regen. 9. This is not okay. You have to prioritize way more regen in lane, as I'd say it's pretty core to have 6 tangos on any carry in just about any game you play.
Out of the 4 games, this was the only one that I didn't do that.
Okay, because you're against Bloodseeker as well, so it's like if you're not gonna out sustain Bloodseeker, but like if you have low regen, he will win the trades and bully you out the lane eventually. Dazzle, I think
this is a full review, eh? There's not just like bashing me. You can bash
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah, I will. Well, I'm gonna wait. Is this a
No,
5-stack?
bash Godzilla when you don't bash me, please. Oh no, I played shit in that game. I can't believe
Hi, hi.
they're
Hello.
literally giving you the worst game of my life, right?
That's great because that means we can learn from it. Okay, so Dazzle. Okay, everyone needs more tangos, and I don't know. Like typically you give the mid 2 tangos, which is why you buy 2 sets of tangos on the 5. So that's pretty important.
Oh, sorry, I just got here, so.
Okay, who's Mr. Winnie's spot?
I'm playing the 5.
Okay, definitely you gotta buy 2 sets of tangos on 5.
Alright.
Alright. Same goes for carry. I think it's just too important not to have regen. I like the fact you have a salve. Typically, you don't want to go clarities unless you know you're against a 2-on-1 or you're against a double melee lane. And even then, one clarity is like. Basically, everyone loves mangoes. Mangoes like your favorite item if you're playing Pos 5. They're like rank 100 support players that will just buy mangoes after they die in lane, and come back with like 3 more mangoes and just use those, then go kill themselves to a tier 2.
Okay.
Let's just fast forward to lane because I'm gonna prioritize focusing on this safe lane to start with, just because otherwise I feel like I'm not gonna see a lot of the nuances of the lane, and then I can rewind and go back to the lanes. So who Arkhorn versus OD mid? I think. Oh yeah, you don't want to block this wave. Basically you don't want to block the wave unless you know that the Bloodseeker's blocking as well. So if you ever want to block as a safe laner, as a position 5, you need to just give vision basically, so that your carry knows what to do. Otherwise,
That's exactly what I did in my anti-game.
Oh.
I told Winnie to go ahead, show me if he's blocking, and then I can block as well.
Yeah, but if you don't have the vision, it's not worth blocking. Or like you can block a little bit, but like, this guy's really hard committed for blocking.
1-2.
Okay, let's see this line. So this guy has regen 3 tangos. I think if I'm playing Dazzle this lane, I pop the spell as soon as I see someone. Because there's like no way that Invoker level 1 is stronger than Dazzle, and Dazzle's really good in this lane, I think. Void is CSA.
You'll see. I'll start struggling against the Blood because
Okay.
Blood
So
can easily dominate a lane.
yeah, Blood. This is the issue with not bringing enough regen to lane as well as Void. If you're playing against Bloodseeker, you really have to try and like stay in the lane as long as possible. So yeah, first thing is first with Dazzle, like it's been 1 minute before you use the spell in lane. Like a good habit to get into as a support is just use all your mana. Unless if you're not waiting for any power spikes, and try and get an advantage. Void, I guess, because this lane is kind of dependent on how the supports trade with each other. If Dazzle bullies his Invoker out of lane, then you're in a 2-on-1, and Bloodseeker can't deal with a 2-on-1. He'll get completely destroyed. So your number 1 priority is making sure this Invoker is useless. Wait, what happened to Dazzle? Okay, pulling. Trying to think if I'm okay with this pull. Yeah, this pull is fine. I'll probably have to check your player perspective actually to see if you're checking where the wave is.
Winnie, you're quiet.
Yeah, no. I'm making a note.
Nice.
Taking notes.
That's good.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you want to learn, then you have to take notes. If you don't
Okay.
take notes, it's kind of like pointless having this.
So, in the eventuality that you can't chain the pulls, like, you tell me, if you have a double wave pushing into the enemy team, what do you think you want to be doing?
When I have a double wave from the enemy team.
No, so right now that you've got this wave and you've got this wave, and you're gonna end up with a double wave.
Oh yeah,
pretty soon.
they're gonna double wave there. So usually I'm thinking about either 1, pushing the lane, or 2, having the double pull over there. But the thing is, I'm not really proficient yet with the double pulling on the safe lane, because generally I don't play a lot of safe lane anymore. I play more the off lane than the safe lane, and I haven't really played safe lane in a while. So I'm in this point where I'm very uncomfortable still with the double pull.
Okay, well that's fine, because because this guy was going to contest you anyway. Like, Invoker was standing here, so you were never going to get the double pull off. But what you can use when your wave does double up like this and you get the 2 range creeps, typically if you have more creeps in the enemy team and you know your wave is going to push anyway, you play aggressively, because if they try and turn around to hit you, they have to deal with with a larger creep wave hitting them.
Yeah, and that adds in with the spamming of the abilities.
Yeah, so like I would have said as soon as these waves meet, yeah, as soon as these waves meet, I would be using my spells, because if this guy tries to trade with you, he's not gonna win. And I mean, I don't know why this invoker's TPing out. Like this is how he loses his lane. Where's he going? He's going bot.
He's TPing around the map. He was jumping mid a lot to help the Arc Warden,
What?
and he was jumping bot a lot. Because after a while, I started to get
Ooh, oh, whoa, whoa, what's this Dazzle TP? Ah, no reason to TP bot as Dazzle here. Because Invoker, this is an Invoker Crystal Maiden lane versus Abaddon. If Abaddon has levels, he can play this lane decently well. Because the idea is against Bloodseeker is that you want to try and keep numbers against him, which is why it's like sometimes people will put aggressive tri lanes against Bloodseeker, because he just that's kind of the only way you shut him down with the numbers lead. Because it's gonna be, I mean, Void has good sustain as a hero, but it might make this lane very hard. So we're opting for the wand on the Void. First off, magic stick has to be in your inventory. That's like two spells of, that's like 2 free stick charges you missed right there of regen.
Oh yeah, that was pretty noob.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I wanted to go for that because I know I'm gonna get a lot of harass, and he's just gonna spam that thirst. So
Yeah. If you're playing, but I mean, the harass game is great, but like you have to put it in inventory. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna look at top lane anymore just because this lane is pretty static. But yeah, I think in the future, if we can avoid, because your top lane is really strong. Dazzle's an incredibly powerful 5. I would have said you don't need to leave top lane on the Dazzle until after 5 minutes, because because you only really want to, if you're a position, because I play a lot of position 5, you only really want to leave the lane if there's really nothing you can do. Like if you can't pressure, and if there's no kill threat, and you have kill threat in another lane, then you can leave. But otherwise, it's like now you come to this lane, and like it's still really hard to kill these guys, just because it's like a weird lane. It's like 2 slows. Like this is a lane of 3 slows, and into. Okay, so we're going back top. Okay, this is good. I much prefer Dazzle top again. Instant.
you'll see, I'll start struggling against the Bloodseeker.
And that's because this guy's hit level 4 already, and his regen is really high. And we have no man on the Dazzle either, which is unfortunate.
I feel like I'm being left out here.
On the mid, well, I don't play mid, which
You
which is
can just see
unfortunate.
from what I was doing, you can shout at me because I got literally shot on the awkward and literally killed me. Like, you know?
Well, what I know about OD is in matchups where guys like this outrange you. Typically, you have the first three levels for Outworld is like where you can salvage a lane. Because I think you lose this lane anyway. But we can look at how you play your first 3 levels. So this is 5 minutes, and then I can look at bounty timings. So
My last hits are absolutely shit with this. Because he kept pulling the lane majority of the time.
because I recently did an Outworld Devourer replay for someone, like a Crusader OD, and I learned a bit. Okay, yeah, I think you've already missed your chance to play aggressively in this lane. I'm gonna show you where you can get free harass off, because of where is it? It is here. You start to back out here, but like the way, like in this lane, like as soon as Arc Warden looks like he's gonna commit for a last hit, that's where you get your astral trades off. And the idea is that you kind of every time astral imprisonment's on cooldown, that you try and bait Arc Warden into a last hit and then like run at him basically and get free harass. And that's kind of the only play you can make in this lane. And then you just hope either he doesn't bring enough regen to lane, and he has to play a bit passive, giving you free CS, or if he's smart, he'll bring like salves and shit if he really needs to, and then you'll still get bullied eventually, but at least you'll be like you'll be stronger, and you can farm faster in the jungle. So now the lane's in a really tough position anyway because it's pushing, so nothing really we can do about this.
I told him about that queen game where I for no apparent reason killed the enemy mid while I could have left him low HP.
Yeah.
So yeah, the reasoning behind it is you have lane dominance, while not having to kill him.
I mean,
Because he can't commit for a last hit, then he's dead. And he's scared of that fact. So
and then just,
you
yeah,
get
then
the lane
just he just sits back and you win the CS. So now this lane gets really hard. Now we've approached the level 3 section, and see like, and we're still at full mana here. But basically, by the time you want to be level 3, you want to have used at least like 4 or 5 of these. I was watching some like rank 100 like Chinese OD player, and he was playing against Lina, and Lina and Arc Warden in terms of like how they play the first few levels is pretty similar. Lina has a lot more harass though, but like I think we've already missed our window here. What's the range of the spell actually? Astral Imprisonment.
I think level 2 or level 3 starts getting longer, but basically level 1 I have to be on top of him.
Yeah, I think
There I got him there. That was the range.
I think you have to go level 2 Astral here. I'm just gonna tab out and find the game that I was looking at, which where is this game? Because I want to see the skill build of this player as well. It's on my fucking it's on my channel, and I definitely know it. I just need to find the video.
What's your if you
Now why?
do you have like coaching videos on YouTube?
Yeah, I do. I'm just gonna try and find this. I was literally looking. I have an OD replay review that I looked at as well. Okay, it's Mitoko Omen, and my YouTube name is Gainsworth. Let me just find this. So this guy goes level 1. Yo, yeah. Okay, here. I'm gonna link you the video in this Discord. And that's gonna probably be more helpful than anything I can come up with this game, where I just look
Where
at.
can I see it?
I've just posted it here, in the general chat.
General.
Yeah. So that's the replay I did for someone that played OD, and I was looking at some rank 100 OD player. So that's about as best as I can help you regarding this hero. I don't really know too much about it.
Okay, now I'll have a look at this.
And I will fast forward to 5 minutes, and see how we play these lanes. Dazzle's just TP top at 5 minutes. I mean, I like the fact that you TP top at 5 minutes, but the intention should be to get both runes off this. So let's see if you go for it. Yeah, it looks like you're going for both runes. Good. This is oh, unfortunate. The TP was correct.
Yeah.
Now the game is put in a hard position because Dazzle's a lane dominating support. You want to pick one lane and you want to completely crush it. You don't really want to play passively. And it's very hard to play aggressively in the offlane when you don't have much kill threat or a proper stun. Oh my goodness gracious me! What happened here? Nice, good kill.
I didn't think the blood would come back because he was such low health. But then he killed 2 creeps and then came back.
Time dilation. In the time dilation field for 6 seconds, standing cooldown, slowing movement speed. I'm trying to think if a point in time dilation is worth it in this lane. I think.
I'm always basically guaranteed a slow on the blood because he's always spamming his abilities.
Yeah. I think
And
I like that. I like this. But I think I would have gone 2-1-1, I think. Just because if you're
yeah, I
playing
think
yeah.
the time lock is a bit aggressive for the lane. I mean,
I think
play a little more defensive.
this build is correct if Dazzle had stayed with you. And so I think in terms of the general game idea, this is the right build. But if you don't have the support backing you up, then you can't play it. I think it's a small mistake. I don't think there's too much to take from that. You had the right. I think you had the right idea to play aggressive, but you didn't have your backup. So I want to see how this lane is playing because I played Abba into Slark and it's really hard to play this lane. 2 points Curse of Avernus. I don't think you can go for the Curse of Avernus is pretty bad against Slark. When I've played this lane before, typically I go like 1-1-1 in terms of skill build, and then I'll either think about, and then more often than not I'll start maxing out a Photic Shield, just because it's like this fucking Dark Pact. It makes it so hard to play Abba into Slark. Like, he's kind of one of the few like safe lane heroes that really just crushes you if you're playing Abaddon 3. But I mean, the way to go about this lane is who's playing position 4 this game. Okay. So this is a trick, like in lanes like this where you can't really win or you can't really kill the enemy safe laner. It's up to you as the offlaner to use your Quelling Blade to cut down to cut these two trees basically, right here. Like if those trees are cut, it means that your position 4 silencer can side pull this wave. Like if these trees are cut, silencer pulls this wave, and then like the wave eventually will pull back up here to just sit, and because you're not going to kill anyone in this wave. So the only thing your Abaddon can do is just farm and try and get like ahead on items, or try and get stronger for when your Void rotates with a Chrono, or when your OD rotates, or when you get global. Like the idea is you're just trying to like make as much net worth as possible until the point that you can kill Slark, basically. So yeah, really important to understand how strong Quelling Blade is and how strong making pulls easy for your position 4 are. Is there position 4 in this Discord, by the way?
No,
No.
this
Okay.
lane isn't in this Discord.
Okay.
But
I
it's
thought
nice to hear it, you know.
I think
Um,
I think this is definitely a, because I mean obviously if they don't know the timings, it's, oh bloody hell, how did this happen? That was a great what the bloody what? How did you do that?
I've just smelled and waved.
got aggressive.
Yeah, that guy tanked towers somehow. I don't understand. Did he not go aggressive with his wave? I didn't. So here's the real Arc Warden. Oh right, he's tanking with the illusion, and he's not respecting tower. I see. Like, I feel Arc Warden could have made this play with his creep wave and you die, but because he dove, he's just dead. Yeah, it tanks like 5-6 tower hits. Yeah, okay. Good rotation from the Dazzle. So 3k net worth lead. So the way that you guys get back into this lane is basically with as soon as Chrono comes up.
You say that as I die.
Yeah. Ooh. That's like, yeah, and like Chrono and Global are your because your lockdown is quite meh right now. Like your power spikes are you're getting your ultis and getting Hex on Outworld at some point. Is this? Oh yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Getting X, you know, I am out all that.
At some point, not like first item, but like those are your power spikes for this game when you can kill things. Because otherwise, there's like no way you get a kill basically without Chrono or without Global this game. So you have to be really disciplined. Okay, 3 points in time lock is way too much here. You definitely needed 2-1-2 at this point. I forgave the earlier skill point, but I won't forgive this one. We've got 6. Okay, I like the fact that Dazzle TPs as soon as the Void gets 6. I'm not quite sure why we're TPing for this though. When we're so close, actually. Yeah, actually, why are we TPing for this?
Nah, I just wanted to get there as quickly as possible.
Okay, I like the fact that you're here as soon as Void hits 6, but there are 2 issues with this. We TP'd in front of creeps, which is issue 1, and also we wasted a TP when we're super close, which is issue 2. So my OG's rotating. This is a good rotation. I like the fact that everyone's rotating for this. This is exactly what you need to do. Nice, you're getting him low. You're not overcommitting. Chrono placement, bit question mark, but otherwise fine.
Guaranteed the kill.
I know it's good, but like, if OD is rotating, typically you want to shift the chronosphere a little bit more to the left. I mean, you were ruptured, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really want to move if I'm ruptured.
Oh, how did this happen? Yeah, well, this is a big question mark play. What? You should have died there. What? How did he not kill you?
Because you must remember, there's a few seconds with the Arc Warden before that stuff actually goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And my character is when he starts getting, he gets very fast. If that makes sense for some reason, I don't know. You'll see now. As soon as he plays, I'm already pausing. I was hugging the trees as much as possible so I could get out of the circle.
This guy does not understand the range of spark raids. He could have placed 2 spark raids right in front of you for free, and that you like. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 100% you should have died there. So yeah, basically.
Don't worry, I died many more times
Yeah.
after.
Basically, Arc Warden, like OD into Arc Warden is one of those heroes where the only thing you can do is like ask someone else to sit in this lane, or like if you come to this lane, you die. You die basically, which is really
I think
hard.
he got me. I think he got me.
Did he actually?
In this, yeah, I think so. Or Blood chased me, one of the two.
Where's Bloodseeker? Oh, there's Bloodseeker.
But yeah, I came into this fight.
This is oh my, what the hell? What is happening? Why are they diving your towers? Okay, I mean, how much did you guys
I'm not
get for that?
complaining.
Yeah, no, that's fine. 1,000. That's like 1,000 gold swing considering your early game is pretty meh. I'm trying to think what items people need in this game. This guy's going Atos, which is 100% the correct item build. Dazzle needs to get probably medallion. Force staff's a bit shit this game actually. No, force staff is good. Kinda need it.
Yeah, but I was working on the medallion on that one.
I think medallion's fine. Considering they're predominantly physical. I don't know. Medallion on Dazzle's pretty broken. I mean, wait, where's your catapult timings? I feel like all these movements are a bit weird though. I'm gonna go back to 10 minutes and think about what your movement should have been. So 9 minute. I'll look at 9 minute 30. There. Okay. So where is everyone positioned? So is this when this fight breaks out at 10 minutes?
I'll be right back.
So at 10 minutes, this is when you choose to go mid. Okay. I'm just gonna think about how everyone's positioned right now. I think Dazzle shouldn't even be in this lane actually. I know you got these kills here, but I actually think as soon as your TP is off cooldown, okay, that's why. Okay, your TP. Okay, that's fine then. You stay for this fight. So I want this is okay, right? That's fine. So as soon as Dazzle dies here, you're heading bot lane. You're not playing top lane anymore without Chrono, basically.
Okay.
Because you basically have 0 kill threat with Void unless this guy does something stupid, and you like in general as a position 5. If your safe laner has no way to kill the enemy heroes, the only reason you're gonna TP back to the safe lane is to like save them, basically. So
okay.
I
think
yeah.
If I have it correctly, I can't. I don't know if it was in this game that I was setting up there because I think I was stacking on the safe lane.
Ah, okay.
Already ate.
Yeah, so that was the.
Already ate.
I just want pizza.
Okay, now. I just want to see what this guy's talking about.
Yeah, I think my thinking there was okay. They were in that location, just making sure that was there for the Void, or whoever needs it
Okay.
the most at that point. So that was my thinking there.
Okay. Okay. I mean, well, you just basically killed 3 heroes there, and that fight was fantastic.
Mhm.
But yeah. Well, okay. Basically, under like extreme circumstances, unless it's extreme circumstances, you don't want to be in this lane. Like,
Okay.
you want to just be like a typical rule of thumb for whether a game is going good or bad or not is have you as a position 5 allowed your team to take this tower by 15 minutes. If this tower isn't down by 15 minutes, the game gets really hard.
Okay.
the-
Okay, so basically having those 2 camps stacked, but not then lingering there, but then moving down to the bot lane.
Yeah, because you also spend 1 minute since TPing here. Like you can stack these camps as well. It's like you can walk bot, you can stack these camps on the way, and then you can walk bot
Right.
again. But right now it's like you've used a TP top to stack, and then the next move is still to walk bot. So it's like we're wasting TPs time, and like yeah, we're wasting TPs and time with this move. Oh, this is rough. Like imagine if you had TP here for mid right now. Yeah. If you have TP, maybe your OD lives, and maybe your like team turns this around. Okay, maybe not actually, but it's like the concept of staying alive. Also, what happened to your tomes? Why? You really need your 6. Maybe you don't need 6. I don't play Dazzle. I just like having 6 on my supports as soon as tomes are up, if possible. I think OD shouldn't come back to this lane, actually. Like, the only people playing mid should be Dazzle or Abaddon. Just because those heroes can, like, clear waves super safely without risk of dying. So, if Dazzle's the one playing... Actually, your Void has Chrono. If I'm playing Void here, I think I just TP bot. And fight as soon as Chrono's up. Because,
I'm not comfortable fighting without Mask of Madness at this point.
do you have it coming on courier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. As soon as you get Mask of Madness, I have a TP bot because you're basically the only way your team wins this game. On the Void. You're like as the only real form of lockdown, you can't play like a real position 1. You're kind of playing like how a mid would play, and just running around the map, getting kills as soon as your spells are up, and then going back to farming. Because I'm trying like, it's the only way Slark dies, and he has a Midas, so he's gonna out farm you anyway.
Yeah, I think I TP like there's gonna break a fight. It's gonna break out bottom, and then I'm gonna TP there.
Okay. Oh.
Because at this point, I'm uncontested, so I'm not gonna abandon that for just to go show myself bottom.
That's fine. Oh, this guy kills himself anyway. That's great. Okay, that's fine. It's because I saw you. It's because I saw your Outworld posturing bot, and typically as soon as you hit Chrono, you just want to get a kill with Outworld Devourer, and like this Dazzle kill is great, but like you need to think about using your cooldowns to get objectives. Like getting kills is great, but getting buildings is like substantially better.
Yeah, I think I prioritize kills over objectives.
Okay.
And that's predominant in most of my games because you'll just check my score and then you see I lose and then you're like, how did you lose?
Yeah, and this is exactly where we're talking about how do you play the map. Ideally, like, ideally, every single time you use Chrono, you want to be applying pressure to this bottom half of the map, because even if you take top tower, it's still really hard for you guys to play that part of the map. Whereas if you take bot tower, you get 2 free camps, like to farm from, if you get what I mean. But if you take top, it's like, you can't take their farm because it's right by a shrine, and that's just a concept you have to kind of, or like a mentality you have to shift to. I'm gonna use my spells to get this objective, or you constantly need to be thinking this is the next objective that I want, and I am moving, or everything I do is for this next objective, kind of.
Yeah, but I think that is also where the problem comes in. I think generally when we play together, it's not like, okay, let's think about what's the next objective. It's just, okay, what's going to happen the next few seconds, not thinking further than that. I think that's also something...
30 seconds.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I like the fact that your group's bot. Was this a conscious idea to be bot lane when the catapults are here?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Because your movement, this move looks really good, other than the fact you don't have Chrono. Actually, you don't have Global either. Actually, I lie. This move is kind of... Okay, you do have Global. 1 second. This move is fine. You probably need a smoke, honestly, to make this move. I think you actually definitely need smokes. Typically, when you're a team that lacks lockdown, the only way that you're going to take a fight is by smoking and just surprising people before they and bursting them before they can react. I mean, this move is 100% correct though. With it for like if Silencer plays with you.
At this point, I'm like to my team. Before I fight again, I want to have Chrono up. I want to have
no.
I don't want...
That's very sad. That catapult. That's really unfortunate that your catapult died. Oh, it's because you had a massive wave coming in. I think I probably would have fortified the wave here. Like catapults are like your team's power spikes, basically. Along with your ultis, catapults are super important for how you play the map. And if you can keep your catapult alive in time for you guys to arrive, no, it aggro. Okay, maybe not. I thought if it was like if the wave was here, it would have been worth it. But I still think you guys have to make a move bot anyway, so it's not the worst thing in the world. So Void has TP. I think I would look to clear this wave, and as soon as you've cleared this wave, you're heading bot and making your team aware of that. Oh, Silencer's top lane. This is bad. Silencer shouldn't be top. Okay, I would actually instant TP bot lane right now if I was Void.
I am actually.
Yeah, I would TP here. You got like 10 seconds, like a 10-second window, or straight after this wave. Oh no, the delay. Like this is like 30 seconds of Chronosphere being up, and like, because basically, if you've already shoved out this wave, have you guys watched OG's games during TI?
Yeah.
So something that Jerax, the position, and Jerax and Thompson, something that they do a lot of, is they'll shove the wave in really hard and then instantly TP to another lane, or instantly like start running into the enemy jungle. But the number one thing they do before every gank is make sure that two waves are pushing before they make a move. And this is like, and if you're playing a hero like Void, this is or Shadow Shaman is another really good example. Anything with a big ultimate that has good wave clear, the idea is clear waves, instant move to another part of the map, and hopefully the idea is you either bait someone to deal with that wave, or you get chip tower damage, and you still take a good fight with your ultis. That's the idea behind it. And most people will TP for farm. Like 80% of players will just mindlessly TP for farm. And then you have the numbers advantage in this lane, because it doesn't matter how strong Slark thinks he is, because he's only got a minus Echo Saber. Like, you guys are really like incredibly powerful right now. Because it's now been a minute without using Chronosphere, and this is really the only way you guys get back into the game, against Arc Warden Slark with their Midases.
Guess what's happening to the bottom towers? Radiant's top towers taking hits.
Ah, TPs! It's not worth it. It's not worth. Okay, this guy. Ah, no. Yeah, that TP is way too slow. Kill Bloodseeker than TP bot, or like TP bot like as soon as the fight starts. You've got to be here, because now it's been 2 minutes without Chrono. It's starting to look really. It's still a good fight because Slark is like not abusing his this spell properly. Oh no, he's got out. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we finally got away with it. But you guys could have taken this fight with OD still alive, and then if OD's still alive, these guys can't man up on you. And it's all about getting these Chronosphere, like, you're getting these Void TPs faster to these parts of the map. Oh, Bash God. Alright. That's pretty good. And you have Curse of Avernus level 3. Yeah, you need to just... No! Why? Okay. For Abaddon, here's a really important point, just in general. If the entire enemy team is dead, and you can push, it's better to push. Okay, as soon as, like Abaddon's TPing here, because this spell is broken. Like, you could take this tower to, like, 30% HP if Abaddon's here for 5 seconds. That's all you need. Like, Abaddon just gets 4 right clicks on this, and then he can TP out. But if Void has that, with Mask of Madness, or just has that in general, it's like, we're missing a lot of free tower damage. Like, we have Dazzle Heal as well. Like, you guys aren't that scared.
To be honest, me as OD, I was really scared to fight.
That's actually, yeah, this is a shit OD game. But in terms of Abaddon and Void aren't really scared too much of this game, and you're kind of playing behind them, or with them rather. Also, in terms of warding, definitely against Arc Warden, you really need a ward somewhere that shows this mid lane at nighttime, basically throughout the entire game. Otherwise, you just die. I know, and actually no, it goes for Arc Warden and Bloodseeker. It's really important for heroes with long range disables or long range like long range disables. So Flux and Rupture. It's really important that you have vision kind of on the enemy side of the river. Otherwise, anyone that goes to this wave will die. I still think you shouldn't be there though on the OD if you don't have wards there, just because you're still very easy to kill right now.
Radiant's gone and fortified their structures. Radiant's
I don't see. Okay, I don't know why no one TP to protect that tower here. Like this is really. They should have TP'd to protect this tower, but whatever. You free tower. This is good. We're opening up the map.
bottom tower.
Like this, losing this tower is bad, but taking this tower like salvages that. But like you're gonna lose mid tower anyway this game against Arc Warden, just because there's no real way you can deal with him. So you have a very high net worth Void. Oh, what?
Towers getting beat.
Wait, what?
He dropped back.
Oh, we didn't pop silence first. I see. Okay. I thought that was a bug. Okay, this is just greedy. Greedy plays. It's always better to go for the safer option against a Slark, and just get your disables on him. Oh, fighting without Chrono feels so bad. That's 5 heroes bot. I'm trying to think if you take this fight or not, because Abba's taking mid.
No.
Yeah, I think you just fucking sack this tower, dude, and like start running mid on Void, if Dazzle's dead, especially.
Opened up their structure. Best do something about that bottom tower. Guess what's
Oh wait, what are we running back to base here for?
Regen.
Okay,
And
in a situation like this, if you have lifesteal on any kind of carry player, like hero, just use the courier for regen. Like, you're gonna lifesteal, so you don't need HP regen, you just need like clarities. And this is a really good habit to get into as a carry to avoid going back to base if you possibly can. Like, you've just walked back to base and got a TP when you could have farmed these 3 camps.
Yeah, and he had a mango there.
And yeah, and you have mango as well. So you don't even need to buy clarities. Maybe one or 2 clarities at the most, so you can keep farming. But like, because now you have Chronosphere and no TP. So if these guys do something stupid bot lane, you can't help your team. So now this like even though Dazzle's holding this tower because these guys aren't taking your towers for some reason, like even if Dazzle protects this tower and they suddenly dive and make a really stupid move, we have a Void with on the other side of the map that can't help. I like the fact that you're straightaway bot lane on Dazzle though. This is correct. Like, as a hero with good wave clear and good sustain, it's really up to you to like provide your team with like the tower defense essentially. Definitely the right move to be here. I'm trying to think what I would do. I think how many times did you say you buy a smoke in the game on this Dazzle?
I can't remember. I don't pay much attention onto the smokes, especially when there's not really that much communication.
Okay. Not much communication. Plays in a 5 stack. Thinking.
The game just before the game just before we had a lot of communication, and I think we like every single time the smoke was off of cooldown, we used the smoke. But I don't think in this game we used it a lot. I think, yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
on this one.
because yeah, you just warded under a ward as well.
I think maybe maybe if you want to see us actually play like properly,
Yeah.
well not really properly, more
no, but that's why we're here. We're
Not
not here to see
stupid.
what we're doing right.
Mm.
Like we know we're decent players. That's not why we're here. We're here to
yeah.
learn from our
Like I
mistakes.
know for a fact, picking
Improve.
OD in this game
Hmm.
was not right.
It's a really difficult OD game to play. Like, but you have
Because-
save, like you have double save though, which is what makes this game okay. I don't think it's that bad for Outworld to be in this game, but it's basically make or break depending on your positioning, and whether you play around and how you play around ultis. So I will watch the OD for a bit because you can certainly play this game.
bottom tower? Dyer's bottom
I want to see who you see on the map and when you. Oh my God, 6 TP scrolls.
tower's getting the business.
Someone should definitely be bought. So you've cleared this wave. Okay. If I were you, I wouldn't even be at this camp because I'm scared. The only person I've seen on the map is Arc Warden. which means everyone is probably playing this top part of the map. I mean, I'm gonna go to free camera and see where they actually are playing. Okay, no, they're actually all just jungling bot lane.
Yeah, I saw them. I saw like if you go back like a few seconds when I was pushing the lane in on the corner, you could see most of them at the bottom.
So,
Oh wait, just put the
One.
Best do something
off, not like
Dire just
you see. I can see already 2 of them there. I know I'm seeing
that
the MP. I see
that's
2 of
just
them.
Arkwarden, I think.
I'm only seeing. I'm fucking getting confused here now.
Well,
I'm
orange
just
is
looking at
Arkwarden.
my own people.
Okay, we see Bloodseeker, mid as well. Okay. Actually,
But then this part here is where things get. They literally came and looked for me because I was away from the game for so long, not fighting. They literally, I don't know if they warded up, I don't know what they did, but all of a sudden 3 of them ganked me inside this jungle.
I think you build I think you build Shadowblade on Outworld Devourer this game, if I'm honest. Like you have
What about a
really
Hurricane Pike?
doesn't you need a way to get in and out of fights. You can do it with Hurricane Pike, you can do it with Shadowblade, you can do it with Blink. But you need I don't know, I don't play much OD, so I don't really
But this game I was pretty much very, very underfarmed. Like, very underfarmed. I mean, it's 24 minutes and I'm only level 15.
Well, okay, it's a good. Okay, this is good. Okay.
You'll see. I'll throw this game.
So 25 minutes. There's 3 heroes dead. I want to see you guys. Like, fuck creeps. I want to see you guys just run at this tower and hit it. I'll be very sad if you don't just run at this tower and take it. This is a free tower. Abaddon's got the right idea. No. Okay. This right here is really bad. This was the best play you could have hoped for in the mid game, and this is a free tower. I'm not kidding you. If okay, how
we do take this tower. We do take this tower.
But like this tower should be dead in 5 to 10 seconds. If you guys just take this, go.
Yeah, we did take this tower. It's just I don't know. Slow.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Slower than it should have been.
Yeah, 100%. This is like, well, where is it? Where is it? Like, do you guys understand how backdoor protection functions for the tier 1 towers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, tier 1 towers don't have like anything basically. Whereas these can be invulnerable until creeps reach them with the backdoor protection. So you can kind of just chip them like at any part of the game. I just run in and punch it because the mid waves like are so are always being shoved out. Like as soon as this wave dies, you can literally just run as 5 heroes, and and you just use this spell, and and you just take it. And this tower will be dead by the time these heroes respawn. So this is very unfortunate. Like if you have Dazzle, Abaddon, like heroes with high sustain, like if you want to take tier 1 towers, you can afford to just run in and dive because now it's too late. Now they're respawning, and that's all they need to defend. With if Arkwarden has help, that's all they need. Oh my god, yo, that's such a good global. Holy shit, that was a clutch global. Where's my OD? I wanted to watch where he's positioning. Okay, OD's farming.
That's the part where I threw.
And Void is fighting without Chrono. Yeah, you basically can never fight this game without Chrono. You've got away with it because this Bloodseeker plays hyper aggressive, and when he shouldn't be. But it's really hard for you. Like you basically can't do anything if Chrono's not up. Honestly. Same same as if Global's on cooldown. So like you guys should just be farming for like the next 1 minute. I don't want to see anyone playing on the enemy side of the map.
The idea was there that I could quickly get a pick off from someone that's going to come up that hill. That was the play. But unfortunately, of all the heroes that came up there was Arkwarden.
The hero that like just presses double bubble and you can't hit him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even then, even if it's Crystal Maiden presses this button, you're not going to kill her. Bloodseeker press rupture. You're not gonna kill him. Invoker can cold actually no, Invoker can't do anything. This guy's probably your easiest kill,
No,
but
the
he
other
goes invis.
top
You
two
see
things I
this
did wrong
pretty
was positioning. Why the hell was I there? And secondly,
Yes,
couldn't
should
pass
never
a
even be
man,
there.
so I didn't have time walk. So I just screwed
Ah,
myself
okay.
basically.
Yeah, if you're
You
playing, yeah.
see where I'm situated now?
Which
At the
hero is this?
top?
OD?
OD, that
Yes.
one right there. You see, this is the part where I get caught by. This is where I get caught by. I saw the one character there. I saw what's his name? Invoker, and then I thought, okay, well, let me just get out of here. Maybe they won't push me. And then as soon as I go up here now to the right, three of them jump.
It's because they have wards in your jungle.
See, look there.
This
the
is
thing
on
I
the
saw
Pulse 5, 100%. I think we have way too many wards available. I'm okay. I'm gonna think if I'm in this position as a Pulse 5, where do I want vision? So we're not that far behind. We're playing off our abilities. The Roche.
So what is your thinking then? Oh, am I looking for my team to farm safely? Are we trying to push an objective? So are we doing defensive? Are doing offensive? Where would the best ward placement be?
Well, the next object. My wards would be. I would place one ward, probably. Yeah, okay. I know I do with these wards. I would place one ward here, right next to where Dazzle's standing. Anything that sees this bottom rune, because your team is very strong if you get rune timings. And the next ward that I would place would be probably. It would be anything that shows this entrance to the jungle, to your top lane jungle, basically. Are the two wards I place. So one that sees bot rune, one that sees your shrine and makes the shrine area safe, and then I would commit both sentries to dewarding top. That's what I would do. Just because I think you have a third set, yeah, and you have a third ward in stock as well, I believe. And with the third ward, I would use the third ward to. I would actually save the third ward, for a team fight, basically, because you can't place aggressive wards here against Slark, because he'll just fucking deward it every single time, and it's also super scary because there could be an arc illusion you run into, there could be a bloodseeker. Like, it's really hard for you to get aggressive wards down this game. You're kind of just waiting for these guys to fuck up. Or you just move as a team with your abilities.
Yeah, but also the issue was with the dazzle warding and stuff like that. Warding our jungle, their invoker would literally go invisible, ghost walk, and go into our jungle just to take the wards away. So it literally was a case of he would ward for us, and then they would straight deward us directly after.
I like the idea that we want to play aggressive here, but like. I think both these wards. It's kind of weird.
Sorry.
For when you. Trying to think how to explain.
Yeah,
this.
sorry. My thinking at this point is both the silencer ulti and the void ulti was getting to the point where it was off of cooldown, and generally that's when we wanted to fight. So I was thinking maybe if we took the fight in their jungle, we could actually grab their tier 2 at the bot lane. But it's also I called out that we should move there, and then suddenly Void was there, and the rest of us were moving there still.
Oh, popping Mask of Madness cannot afford to do that at this stage of the game. It's too dangerous for you. Yeah. Typically, I'm gonna fast forward to this team fight. Because Void's anyway. Okay.
That wasn't a team fight. That was just a throw.
To this Void. I mean, you forced Arc Ward and buyback. I actually think that's still worth for you, actually.
I pissed him off.
Yeah, no. If Arc hadn't bought back, that wouldn't have been worth. But because he did, like, you got so much fucking gold off that. It's you got 1,000 gold from killing him. Holy shit. Yeah, your team's okay with that, weirdly enough. But the play is still wrong. As a support, you kind of want to chain objectives together so that you can just take control of one part of the map with like 2 to 3 wards, and then you have one ward in the other part of the map as a defensive ward. So you're always trying to commit like a 2-to-1 ratio, basically, of kind of aggressive and then 1 defensive, if at all possible. So in this situation, like, and you're also looking to chain wards, like, and that means you can draw a line between two parts, like between your safest part of the map and an aggressive part of the map, and you would have vision that covers most of the main entrances there.
Okay.
So an example here is if you do want to ward aggressively, you have to have the river warded basically to get these wards down, because it's like. Also, I think these wards do the same thing. If you want to place a podium ward, like they see the same entrances, if you get what I mean. So this ward sees this main entrance and heroes farming these camps. This ward also sees this main entrance and heroes farming these camps. So you basically place two wards that kind of like half do the same thing. And it's whereas if you have a river ward, then suddenly you know who's moving through this area, these camps, and who's invading your jungle to ward.
You probably want one on that cliff right there by the entrance to the right there, showing the river and the entrance to the jungle.
Well, I mean, I don't like warding aggressively against Slark because it gets de-warded too. Like you can see where these guys are placing their sentries. They're aware that you want to play aggressively with your ultis, and this Crystal Maiden is doing a good job of de-warding you. This one is a bit left field. I'm surprised Crystal Maiden put that sentry down, but this sentry is a classic sentry. So honestly, yeah, you can place aggressive wards, but you have to. I think you have to take into consideration how important the river and runes are as an objective in general. If you want to do that.
Okay. Yeah, because my thinking was if we can because of the cooldowns and stuff, if we can get them there,
it's correct.
we
That's
can
the correct
push the
idea.
tier 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll.
So how does OG react to the fact that his void is thrown in the game? Oh, we are taking a fight. This is bad. I would actually tell all of you to back from this. Yeah, and here's why. If your void is dead and you don't immediately get like 2 kills with global, you have to back from fights because again, you're trying to take fights without lockdown, and you're just gonna die.
Yeah, I knew this was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have been. You know what? I could have. I still should have stayed away, but also I felt this was basically, you know what? On the other hand, this was also trialing. If that makes sense, how we would work as a team, and I didn't. In my mind, I didn't want Winnie and Cadzilla to think, yes, look at this play, he's such a scrub, he doesn't even come and help us, or things like that, you understand? Because I've had it before where players don't see what you're trying to do, if that makes sense. And I really think it will end up being a different game now that I know how Winnie and Cadzilla feel about playing with us.
So have you guys just put a team together then?
Literally,
yesterday we played together. This was our second game.
Okay.
No, I think this was our third game.
Yeah,
this was our
third game.
Oh, yeah.
That was the third game.
Was it our third game?
Yeah.
Like if you can say for a new team that just got brought together, right, and you watch the first thing, watch the first game that we played, that's where you can see. Like, yeah, it was more of a case of we were trying out combinations and trying not to make each other feel like this guy's a complete noob, I don't want to play with him, and those types of things, if that makes sense. Like, I would say if you really want to see a game, watch the first one that we played.
Sure. I'll go through some of the games. That was a very hard game, and most of your draft kind of fucked you guys. If I'm perfectly honest, not having a reliable low cooldown stun is really hurting you. I mean, you had opportunities, but it's like you have to like play. It's very hard to play timing dependent lineups, which is why heroes like Night Stalker and what's another really timing dependent hero? I don't know. Probably like Panda. Like Night Stalker and Panda are really hard to play because they're really strong for a very short span of time, and then they're useless for ages.
Enigma.
Yeah, Enigma's a bit easier though because you can farm. It's heroes that can't farm when their ultis are down that really struggle.
Okay, then that's not tied then.
Yeah, no. I think Night Stalker's a good example. If he doesn't do anything in nighttime, he's fucking useless, basically.
You'll know all about that, won't you?
Yes, my many hundreds of games on Night Stalker. Yeah, I think.
Tango.
Yeah, nice. Well, Pango's a bit easier because it's a 1 minute cooldown. Okay, if there's another game you want me to look at, I will happily go through it. If there is a ID, I should take a look at.
Yeah. Send it
Yeah,
to
it's
you.
also. I think that's also one of the games that I screwed up the most.
Yeah, but we played very well for guys
No,
that
no,
were
no,
really
no.
coming together.
I screwed up on minute 5. I screwed up because I pulled the lane with the siege creep.
Did you single pull or double pull? I can't remember.
Double pull.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
on train-
I realized I realized that like I'm so tensed up in that game for the first a few minutes.
Really?
Then it's like at the point in here at 5 minutes, it's like okay, I need to pull, so I pull, and then I don't notice the catapult in the lane. Then I ended up double pulling.
Oh, this looks like a. Oh, hold on. I found this Drow Ogre Venge game that.
Yeah,
Wait,
that was the last one we played.
this looks like a much. This looks like a way better game to look at in terms of like you guys have
You mean,
very obvious moves you can make that are much easier to do.
you mean the meme win
The
range?
meme one.
It looks like
Yeah.
there was a win range pick. Like you guys can actually do something in
That's
this
a
game.
hard. That's a hard
No,
carry.
we
win.
lost that.
Oh, what was it?
We lost that.
I
Through the
mean,
game.
oh, actually, this is not an. It goes. I feel like hard carry win isn't great, but it's like this game is still. Is this a 3 or a 5 ogre?
I
He
think
was
the
the tank.
He was this is a pause 3 ogre Mojai.
Yeah, we didn't have like a frontline hero. I mean, ogre is just there. They kind of ignore ogre and just kill us. No, the thing,
I think
I
this
wa- I
is
was
still a
playing
good game to
Wind.
look at. Actually, it looks like you guys got ahead, and like you can certainly stay ahead. It's very hard for them to. Like your high ground siege is extremely powerful. Their high ground defense is kind of shite, except for Warlock and Co. I want to
Yeah,
I want to go through this game. I think there's something to learn from it. If that's okay with
yeah,
you.
I didn't,
Yeah,
that's
definitely
fine.
go through it. Don't we?
Mhm.
You know what? Any help that we can get, that's it. I think that's the type of players we are.
Mhm.
Any.
There's
any
always something to
criticism
learn.
that's- yeah,
Fantastic.
I
That's a
don't-
great mindset.
like Gainsworth is already so sick and tired of me sending him ones.
Yeah, please let's our deep dark secrets, you know.
You know what? That's why I also like I like to like me. I'm not like I played Dota 1, right?
Yeah.
And I played like 4,000 hours Counter Strike, and then I came to Dota.
Yeah.
So I'm literally, if you can look at my Steam, right? I literally only have 1,100 hours on the game. And I've been learning, literally like straight up learning the shit out of the game by, I don't know if you know Game Leap.
Yep. Yeah. I watch Game Leap quite a lot.
I studied that guy's speed, and he's the reason why I got better. But he doesn't have a lot of videos for. Like it's different if somebody watches what you do and tells you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
My recommendation for that though is just go watch Purge's channel as well.
Yeah, I also watch Purge.
Yeah, Purge goes into a lot of detail with stuff like that.
I mean, starting items are the easiest thing to fix in the world. First off, your mid. I assume this is Drow Ranger mid.
Yeah, that's
Mid should never be forced to buy tangos. It is up to the position 5 every single game to buy the courier, 1 observer, maybe 2 depending on what the 4 wants to do, 2 sets of tangos. I don't think you need
What are
fairy
you winning?
fires. This is for
Yes.
winning. Yeah, I think definitely. We want to at all circumstances avoid giving. Avoid forcing mid to spend money on tangos when they could spend on a fairy fire or another iron branch. Like mid is such a volatile lane. You want to give them as much help as you can. Like you give them courier priority. Every time you want to ask for the courier in the first 5 minutes of the game, you must always ask the mid if it's okay. That it is like, especially if you're a support. It's support blasphemy if you take the courier from your mid. I think I don't know how ranged heroes play. Wait, so what is this top lane? I feel like Mirana should be top. Actually, I think Yeah, I really think Mirana should be top lane. But I guess it doesn't matter. If you want to play Mirana 5, you can play Mirana 5. But it's just like,
Moran,
I feel more. Win was a bad pick this game.
I mean, you guys still came out on top, and like, there is, like, you can win with any draft. It's just how hard it is to win with a draft.
yeah, we messed up. I think I think it was more of we didn't take objectives this game. If I'm not, this we spoke about it last night, Winnie. We didn't take
Yeah.
objectives this match.
So we,
Yeah,
That's why we
that's
lost.
that's one of the main reasons we lost. Like this one, I think it's 2 games that we've played that we got greedy and we didn't take objectives.
Well, we'll see. Again, the things I'm going to focus on most this game are your objective movements, how you move for objectives, and how you move around power spikes. I mean, you have very easy to play around power spikes this game. It's literally just, do you have, like, this spell off cooldown, or, like, this spell off cooldown? That's all it really comes down to. Otherwise, you can basically take really favorable fights, so long as you don't dive.
Yeah,
Da-
like
How you lose
right
this game is
there, that
diving.
was what Katz said about me having to give vision. Like that's what he meant by that. So that was the first time I actually did that for him.
Okay, the way you're positioning in lane is a bit weird. I kind of want to... Did you realize this guy had a ward in lane as the Mirana?
No,
Oh, so you just put
but
it...
there,
Oh, okay,
but-
so you just get it.
yeah,
Alright, so now you're gonna wait for the creep wave to arrive. Oh, okay, amazing arrow. Alright.
ignore the power shot.
Okay. That was a really good arrow.
No,
Oh,
I
wait,
misjudged
mid died as well.
how
Oh my goodness.
long the stun was. I misjudged how long the stun was, and I thought he was gonna try and dodge it. That's why.
Wait, how on earth did we die on... So this guy hits level 2 before you do. And now he's kind of strong because you're playing an Agi hero. Oh, by the way, if you're playing mid,
You
it's
should
like...
bait it like that.
And
You should bait it and then run back.
in like 9 times out of 10, the very first item you bring mid is a salve, as like any mid laner, because
Yeah, I saw that video last night. Is
yeah.
you get a self before the enemy mid laner, you had a much bigger advantage than your opponent.
This because that makes this lane really hard. Unfortunately, I don't know the Drow SF matchup that well. I guess
The thing is, Drow doesn't do enough damage against it. Like I was just trying to get him out of the lane, like just tap him every now and then, just to get him out of the lane.
because he's level 3 now and he's just hit a big power spike. I think
You should just aggro the creeps off of you, because that was like 5-6 hits you took from the range creep.
yeah. How confident are we with using creep aggro? In this.
I'm pretty confident with it, but just this game, you know, after I died, I thought to myself, oh no.
This lane, yeah, this
Another
lane
one of
gets really
those
hard, but
games.
you farm really fast.
I started after I died, then I realized, okay, well, now I'm gonna need to start putting the lane up.
Here's a situation where we have to use creep aggro a bit better or otherwise you don't get any CS. You have to if you could. It's kind of like if you don't creep aggro correctly, you lose this lane. You have to be within range of all 3 melee creeps and creep aggro and shift all 3 melee creeps to your range creep. You have to do that in one movement, otherwise you're going to just eat tons of harass. And if you don't do that, you cannot play this lane. So you've got the okay.
Are we back now?
Okay, that's unfortunate that you didn't lose them, but like, I think you have to move up and like tank. You're probably just gonna lose too much CS for this if this keeps happening. Oh damn, yeah, that's unfortunate. How's the CS chart going here? I'll watch mid first this time before looking at the safe lane. In terms of CS, 11 and 10, 2 and 1. Ouch. Jesus, this lane becomes so fucking hard for you, dude. What the fuck? Level 20 Shadow Fiend. Yeah, I guess he knows his power spikes. And then Tiny ganks. Oh, thank God Tiny is...
Yeah, but Mirana came in to help me on this one. We actually killed.
I don't think it was on this point.
It was this.
Yeah,
point,
no,
but
it was this point. Yeah.
Nice.
You helped
Good
me
good
and we
pointing
killed.
Gus. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I just salved him, and then
and then we killed. I think we did
Ah.
kill someone.
Yeah, I tried to arrow and then I misjudged the
Unfortunate.
spawn.
DD top. Ah man, this is really hard on your lane. Yeah, at least you're prepping CS, which is good. Double damage SF. Ugh, disgusting. I'm trying to.
I know that was a waste. I shouldn't have gone in the first place.
I'm trying to think what you do in a situation like this where you get where against SF. I haven't seen SF win a lane this hard in a while. I don't see him in many of my games anymore. So I'm trying to remember like what the usual thing you do if you're a drow is. I mean, you just need to get 6 on drow and you can farm. And then you give your lane to someone else, basically, is the idea. Or you're playing with catapult waves. Okay, so it's 5 minutes now. So I'm gonna go check out how the safe lane has gone. Because you should have destroyed this safe lane. Like, extremely hard. This silencer should get nothing. So, this is hard, but like, there isn't too much. If you die to first blood like that, the only real plays you can have is creep aggroing and just like, constantly ferrying out regen and making sure that you don't die again. That's really the only thing.
The nice thing was I didn't die first blood. The silencer got first.
Dude, yeah, if you died first blood, I think that lane like almost becomes unplayable. This guy's just farming, but he's not really farming that. He's not got clarities. That's alright. Alright, let's see how this bot lane's going. This bot lane should destroy. In my mind, there's no reason that silencer should hit level 4 in this lane for free. Good pull. Don't know who pulled that. Silencer can't do timings, that's fine. Really just need to go aggressive on this guy. Nice. Good. This guy will die. So if I'm you right now, it takes like it takes roughly 10 seconds to get from here to here without boots on just about every but it's more like 11 to 12. So as soon as you get that kill, what I would have done is I would instantly move over here. I would stack this and then I would pull it.
All right.
Because like last week I was trying to figure out what the pull timings were for what the travel time was if you were in lane and you wanted to go stack something or if you wanted to go pull something. Just because I saw the pros be like really efficient with their timing. I was like, holy shit, that's really good. Oh, it's a bit early. What? So this is when you TP mid. Okay. This is okay, so you do nail the pull, but then it's a double wave. So then you've got mid. You help your mid.
Yeah, because I saw the tiny there again, so.
So now you have a double wave on Catzilla. I think there's an opportunity for you to zone this guy out of the wave. And this guy is actually zoning himself out of the wave. What's he doing? Because he's just standing so far back.
He's too scared. He's scared of.
Oh, because yeah, he doesn't know Mirana's still mid, right? That's fine. Like you
Because
really.
Mirana was sitting in the jungle most of the time, so he thinks Mirana's still standing there.
I don't like the way you're positioning. On this. I feel like when you're really strong in a 1v1, what you want to do and where you want to stand, like you want to be standing because he's not playing correctly right now, because he should be positioned like over here. But the idea is you stand between him and the creep wave if you're in a 1v1 and you're stronger, and you want to constantly be pushing that as long as this lane is like as long as you can, as long as you're stronger. So we're gonna get to where this creep wave like becomes static. I'm gonna show you where you should stand. Okay, so actually, what can I?
Is he even here right now?
So this is Catzilla.
Invisible, right?
Yeah, I think Cats just quickly went to do something.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Because okay, well for the rest of you, where Catzilla should be standing is just on the edge of this tower range. Can you see the tower range?
Yeah.
Okay, so he basically wants to stand like where this range creep is, and like be peppering this guy constantly. Like hit him, get a CS. Hit him, get a CS. And like constantly doing that. And eventually, this guy's gonna run out of tangos and he'll have to leave the lane. Like, and this he will have to make an opportunity cost, whether he wants to bring more tangos to the lane, or whether he's going to feed and die to a Wind Ranger that's gonna dive him with Wind Run and Power Shot. Like. And I'll And because I think Wind Ranger can actually 1v1 this lane, if she gets ahead pretty easily. Is this the 15 pull? This is the 15 pull. This pull is correct. Good. Because you're gonna single pull this, you're gonna double up the wave, and then you're gonna get both bounty runes because we're presenting another opportunity cost to this silencer, which is, do I get both bounties or do I deal with all this XP dying to my tower?
He's back.
Ah, okay, Godzilla's back. Fantastic.
Alright, you want to shit talk me?
Yes, I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to you about how you should position in the lane. So this silencer is playing incorrectly, basically. And in a lane, in a 1v1 especially, when you're much stronger and you outtrade the enemy heroes, you basically want to stand between your creep wave and the enemy hero. So I think you should be standing where this range creep is right now, maybe even a bit further. And the idea is that what Silencer should be doing is playing somewhere in this area or in trees. And if he does that, he takes right clicks. But he's playing wrong right now, and I'll show you a position where he's playing correctly and you're playing too passively, basically. Because like there's no reason that this Silencer should have anything right now. When you're so much stronger than him with Drow Ranger aura as well, right? So as soon as these waves meet, I want to see you standing where this range creep is, basically, because you out damage him, you have wind run, and you have higher attack speed. So you basically just sit just outside tower range, and if he even thinks about going for a CS or getting XP, you're just hitting him. You're constantly hitting him, and eventually he's going to run into the situation where he either has no regen to come back to the lane because you've just done that so much, and you're constantly out trading him, or you're gonna kill him by diving his tower with wind run. And it's about making, and if you play like that, then it means your Mirana can roam, and your Mirana can play 3 heroes top. Because this is definitely a lane that if you get ahead as Wind Ranger, you just solo win it. And that's kind of how you want to play Wind Ranger carry. You give her just enough to get online and to get a good start, and then she kind of just wins the lane, like on her own, and the position 5 can rotate. Oh, okay. I don't like that though. I think you could have got a couple more right clicks here, because he either has to go. This is something I learned playing Pangolier, because it's a skill shot hero. You kind of wait for people to commit to moving into a certain choke point. So like you can get 2 more right clicks off on Silencer there, and as soon as he tries to back out to the tower, you power shot then when he's in these little avenues.
Okay.
And it's all about as Wind Ranger, or even as a carry in general, you're looking to maximize all of your trades and do as much damage as you can, receiving as little as possible. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, you guys could run this guy down though. Oh! Didn't shackle.
No, my thinking was I thought it was going to be closer to the bounty rune, so I told Mirana to shoot an arrow there,
Yeah, I think that's fine.
hoping that it might.
Oh, that's a
hit
free.
him.
That's a free observer D ward. So now we've just approached the 5-minute marks. The pull by Mirana was correct in securing the lane, and now I think Mirana either just plays top or mid right now, because, or Mirana plays bot with you, and you just take this tower. Because I'm pretty sure you just take this tower for free. Actually, where's Mirana playing? Mirana's playing top. Okay, that's fine.
Topped. Yeah.
I think you, Catzilla, you right now could probably take this tower to probably like 400 HP. By playing this.
I think I kill him next wave.
Nice. Oh, because what I would do here is I would probably okay. You've just power shotted the wave. Oh no, we didn't full power shot it. Perfect. Great kill. Nice. Oh, okay. Wait, where have you gone? Why are we backing out here?
Or it was a misplay.
Okay. We've missed a lot of tower basically. Okay, so we're gonna discuss how we play this wave when you're ahead as a hero. Because you have power shot up again. As soon as you've killed him, you're chipping this tower and you're clearing this creep wave. Those are your next 2 objectives, and you have 12 seconds to do it. Because then it means as soon as he arrives, first off, your creeps will die less fast, and they will do more damage if this creep wave is dead. And that's how. It wouldn't matter if it was a normal creep wave. If it was a normal creep wave, I would say yeah. If you're going to jungle, if you're going to pull, it's correct. But as soon as the catapults are like a thing, like you can take over the map so easily by providing catapults with free towers. So and you have glyph as well, and you can glyph the wave. So like at 5 minutes, whenever the catapults arrive, because top lane should be making a similar play, unfortunately, but their catapult has died, which sucks. Yeah. So clear wave, maybe tank a few tower right clicks, and the idea is that you're kind of just tanking right clicks or keeping the wave alive just long enough that this creep wave arrives in time. And if like, I'm pretty sure you like. So
they came mid to help me.
Oh my goodness.
Because they were diving me again. But we
You'll
got
see the clutch power shot. Look at this.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I just caught the tail end of that. Trying to think. So Ogre. Mirana. Okay, Mirana TP mid. Mirana should not be TPing mid. Again, as a support, if there's nothing immediately that you should be going for, like try and be super stingy or like
The TPs.
yeah, TPing to lane at the early game is fine, but as soon as it hits like past 5 minutes, you really want to slow down and like really just take it easy. Think, all right, what do I want to do? Like if there's a hero that's alone or that could die, or if their mid is stronger than my mid, maybe I should just chill out and walk to a lane. If you have boots, that's probably what you want to do. If you don't have boots, fuck it, TP to a lane and get farm. But it's really important if you're playing. This more applies to defensive supports, so it applies to Dazzle more than it applies to Mirana, but it's still something you want to do. So you've just seen the Tiny TP'd mid with this ward. So as soon as I know that Tiny's TP'd mid, I'm shifting 3 heroes to top lane, without question.
I feel the other problem with that as well is he just completely gave away that ward by attacking uphill.
Oh, did he? Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
They immediately pinged it.
Yep. That's really sucks. But it no matter because you can still make a move off this. How good are you guys at keeping track of TPs? Like how often would you say that as soon as you see someone TP into a lane, that you tell your team that someone's TP'd into a lane?
I do it every time I see somebody TP.
Okay, because it's very.
I feel that we don't really play around that. We would say okay, someone TP'd, but we don't keep in mind they don't have a TP ready for the next 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like.
We don't play around that. We don't play around that. We just say okay, this guy's now here. We play then there.
We understand the value of that though, right? As soon as we see a TP, if we move, we have a small window of opportunity to get a free kill basically. And then maybe we force another TP, and then we back out, but we still get a free kill. There's nothing that Warlock could do if we send 3 heroes right now to top to kill him. And Warlock's actually pulling for some reason. Like, if we have 3 heroes here, this guy dies. There's no way that he can survive. Like Wind Ranger, Venge plus Mirana. Like absolutely no way. I mean, even Wind Ranger. Okay, this is enough to kill him anyway. It doesn't even matter because he's not respecting you guys as a team. Oh, I think that was bad. I don't think you can. Maybe it's fine. It's fine. Who's playing bot right now? Ogre's playing bot, so he basically swapped all our lanes. Drow was farming, so Mirana's sitting in lane, while SF does SF things. We brought a salve out.
Well, SF destroys the shit out of the lane.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he was doing.
But like, I'm trying to think how Drow still farms decently well.
Just check if that ward is dewarded. That one at the.
It's still there.
Still not. That's bad because they did ping it.
Probably someone just being lazy. Probably their Warlock being lazy with wards.
But that should have been dewarded.
Yeah, this Warlock
Yeah,
is
but once again, the Warlock was up top the entire time there, so.
No, because he saw you guys up top, so he couldn't really leave the lane.
So we're
And
approaching
this
9
is
minutes
what-
30. At the 9-minute mark, at the 4-minute mark, this is when you start prepping for runes. So I want to see basically every single player bar one playing in the side lanes, which is what's happening. So this is good in terms of just like instinctual movement. We're in the correct parts of the map. We're playing the side lanes before 10 minutes. Yes, this is perfect. These two movements are really good. Oh, so we back out, we forced a TP, and we forced an ultimate, right? So what you want to do, as soon as we see the Tiny's TP'd again, and we see CKLT committed, we will secure these two runes. One hero plays in this lane. Unfortunately, Mirana doesn't have ulti, because it's just a pulse 5 Mirana, so it doesn't have that much XP. But like, as soon as we see those like big timing abilities committed, we are shifting like 2-3 heroes mid. And it's kind of like you're dodging the Tiny almost. Oh my god, wait, you fucking clear through those. What? He has double bracers. Alright, I lied. You actually don't give a shit. You play top off catapult wave as 4 heroes. That's all that matters. I thought CK was way stronger than that. Oh, this is a disjointed fight. We've got Catzilla farming and the rest of them going in. Good.
Yeah, I'm just pulling them there away from the rest.
And now
That's-
SS coming in. Okay. Ah, but do we see the value now of taking fights when your catapult is here? So if you took that fight at any other time in the game, you don't do any tower damage. So let's scroll back to before the tower arrives. So the tower took, so it's at 1,205 right now, and because you've taken that fight, they're not clearing the wave.
No, what was awesome, we also pulled the creep wave completely out of the way of ours. So that creep wave went straight into the tower.
Yeah, so that's you guys just did 500 tower damage because these guys are busy. So imagine if we were slightly more coordinated on this play, and maybe if Ogre was there as well. You basically put this tower probably within deny range, or you take it completely. And that was like a really disjointed fight. We weren't the target priority. I'll go back and talk about target priority because I think that was really important here. And we got debated under tower as well. Further back. Okay, let's so what do we see on Radiant side? So we see CK in lane, and we see this guy on his own, and Catzilla isn't with you. I think a good important thing to consider as the two supports is like, yes, you can make plays as supports, but you need to consider how much damage you do and how safe the play is. I think you should. Okay, so you get tossed back in there. Like, ideally, if you're playing support, you wanna make like you wanna minimize the risk associated with any play. So if you go as 2 heroes to get a kill, and you could make it a guaranteed kill with 3, which it would have been if Catzilla was with you, that Tiny dies and no one else dies. Then you should then we should think about that. Minimize risk. Play with your strongest hero on the map right now, which is Catzilla. That's probably a better way of thinking about it. Who's my strongest hero on the map? Do they have their abilities they need to kill everything, or like kill 1 or 2 heroes for free? If so, wait for them. Wait for them for everything, or tell them that you want to play with them. Because
but we are playing with them.
No, but Catzilla. You know what I mean, right?
I understand.
Okay,
I understand.
good. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just because I see that play, and that play could be like a free kill is how I see that play. If we wait 10 seconds, 5 seconds,
Or just tell me.
yeah,
okay,
like
tinier.
say, oh, okay, there's a
Okay.
Tiny here. Can I have my Wind Ranger come over and just press R on this guy, and then you all just leave. It's really that simple. You wait for this incredibly powerful hero to just get a bit closer to you, free kill, bang. Now they're not so confident. You still have catapult chipping into tower, and the game gets a lot easier. It really is the little things that make or break games. Because Catzilla's insanely strong. They're offlane. This is an offlane silencer that like did nothing. He's so farmed. Oh, what the fuck is happening
Yeah,
here?
I was bottom. I was with the silencer.
Yeah, this silencer has nothing. Look at this. This is
Yeah,
the
they're
position 3.
ganking me at the bottom.
Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm surprised you didn't TP out there.
I think I did.
I would just TP here.
But I was a bit scared of the Tiny.
Oh,
because
actually.
That was a stupid play for me. I should have just kept running.
I mean, you could have killed him under tower. Actually, I'm like 90% sure you could have killed him there.
Yeah, but
I like the fact that you
also
salve. This is a
go-
smart play.
You should have just gone
Yeah.
back left there
Uh,
to the tower again.
But
Like-
the thing was, Tiny was inside the jungle as well, where closest to the tower.
I mean, you still, I still would have like, I probably would have run around and then gone back up north. Like, I would just keep running out because you're faster than both those heroes. I think 337, 296, 333. Yeah, you're faster than them except for Tiny. So I would literally just keep running circles until they got low, and I would try and turn, or like I would try and kite them with frost arrows and gust. Like you still have gust. If you're here and they're trying to run at you, you just push them back into trees, and you'll definitely get one kill off this. I think. Running. The issue is you ran outside of tower, and then the tower changed aggro to Tiny instead. If you'd stayed under tower and Silencer was taking aggro, he dies. And I mean, I think you still die there anyway, but like at least you get a return kill, and Silencer gets no int. That's just a positioning play. If you position by closer to your tower, they just die. Because I don't think it's particularly wrong that you're farming this area to recover. You're playing the dead lane as a drow, which is fine. I think being here is correct, honestly. Ogre's slowing down mid. Like this is fine. Catzilla's playing top, which I think is fantastic. Like I like the way that you guys have like reset your lanes basically. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like this. What are you building with this perseverance?
It's a Lincoln.
You're building Lincolns, okay.
You'll see why. You'll see why. So basically, what the SF would just hunt me. He would use me and then blow me up, and you'll see. As soon as I get my Lincolns, I go for him because I know he doesn't think I have a Lincolns, and he gets punished for it, and I kill him.
I mean, if you're playing core Wind Ranger, I think it's criminal not to go Javelin.
I was going more utility.
But
I feel wind is so strong already. I only later transition into like a hard hitting wind.
it's the reason I'm saying this is because your team has a lot of physical damage and lacks magical damage, and you have all the attack speed in the world. Like, I don't think you do enough damage this game against these heroes. I think, especially if you're playing Pos 1 Wind Ranger. Oh no, even on Pos 3 Wind Ranger in my games or in like the higher like tier games I watch, they always try and get like a good javelin timing. I feel like if you slow down your javelin timing, it really hurts your team in terms of like kill. Because like if you had javelin here instead of this item, and this guy's solo, he will die every time, or he will pop ulti, and you just leave, and you've popped his ulti. But you aren't scary enough to CK right now. Let's see how much damage you do, and I'm gonna think about how much you would do if you had javelin. So how many? I'm trying to think how many right clicks that was. I'll just count it. That's like a dozen right clicks. That's like 5 more. So that's like 17. That's like 17 right clicks, and javelin is 25% proc chance, I think. Something like that. 25%. So you have a 17 right clicks, and I don't know what 25% 17 is, but like that's like a lot of magic damage that you can like pump out in this guy. And in a situation where you get shackle shot on him, he will die in the duration of shackle shot.
That's 4.25.
So that's like so for like 400 extra magic damage with javelin. And that was without hitting shackle shot. So do you see what I mean? Like where this hero is ridiculous with her damage output. Oh, it's so strong with medallion as well. Like, I feel like if you're going carry wind, you want to maximize your damage because you have your save and venge, like you have your frontline and ogre. It's just a matter of positioning, so that SF doesn't find you really. I like this move. So you've moved 4 heroes here. You're playing around the ogre. You're playing with the wind. Uh.
Like that.
I feel like you can just go Yules this game on wind. You could go like Maelstrom Yules, like Maelstrom Yules Blink. Because in terms of lockdown, all they have is they have a projectile stun, they have global silence, they have chaotic offering, and they have tiny nukes. And all of those you can like play around with Yule Scepter. You don't need Lincolns this game. It's like Lincolns is like the Lincoln's is too defensive. Basically. I would prefer Lincoln's. I'm trying to think when you would go Link. I would build Lincoln's against a hero like Bloodseeker. I would go Javelin Lincoln's if I was against Bloodseeker. But this game, I don't think you need it. Or like someone, I'm trying to think of another hero that just completely kites you and ruins your life. Probably. There's nothing really that comes to mind. Or maybe like a Skyrat? No, because against Skyrat you go Force Staff. Or you just build Yules as well. Yeah, I think this slows down your farming ability as well. I think if you're playing pause 1, you need to get your farming items online as soon as possible. Be it Midas, be it Maelstrom, but you like get those items online. Because if you have Yules, you can dispel Fatal Bonds and Global Silence. Like this Lincoln's is only for SF, but your team can save you from SF if you see what I mean. So yeah, you're itemizing for one hero when you could itemize to deal with all of the enemy heroes. Oh, that's a lot of money on your Venge. What the fuck? Mirana's going Atos. Yeah, okay. I think Mirana Atos is fine this game. Like, you're really far ahead, even though the net worth doesn't say it. You've got like good map control. I would instantly move all of these heroes bot right now that are mid, as soon as this wave goes down, instead of farming, because you're so strong as a 5-man. Venge has left the farm. I think this is not the correct play. So Ogre's rotated over, which is good. This is fantastic, and now you're going to just force in objectives, and you're going to force TPs. And here's the great thing about shifting all your heroes over to bot lane. If you shift your heroes to bot lane, and they all TP in, you do another quick shift back to top lane, and then you play around this ward. And your lineup, like when you're playing fast lineups like this that don't really care about cooldowns, it's basically, if you use your TPs correctly and constantly create mismatches, you'll just win the game. And I want to see you really. I don't like this. Everyone's backing out. I don't like the fact that you guys are backing out. You know they have no golem. This is like their strongest spell in the game. And you know SF has to farm souls, so he's gonna either be farming here or farming here, and it's gonna take a minute before he's able to fight again properly. So you're just, if we sit 3 heroes here, and this should be a free tower, I think, actually. Yeah, this is a free tower basically. If they don't TP. We only need 1 hero to defend top. I think I see, like, you guys tend to overcommit to defend your objectives. You seem to send 2, sometimes 3 heroes to defend a tower, when most of the time it only takes 1.
Yeah, we actually spoke about that as well.
That's very good. The fact that you recognize that's really good, actually. Because, like, yeah, look at these guys. Imagine if Drow had like 2 heroes behind him. These guys die. These are free kills and a free tower. Like, this is insane to me. How free this tower was and how free these kills are. But unfortunately, we just don't have the people like in position to make this play. Like, this guy's TP's on cooldown, so I don't like this TP. I think as Drow you just TP top and you play with your team now that they showed Warlock bot. And you just keep running at these guys. But you basically just don't stop running at them with your extremely powerful wind. We'll fast forward through this game. I'm okay with this aggressive movement, considering we sold 2 heroes bot. I think, who has the wards? Ron has wards in base. It's kind of scary now. Tiny showing mids. You could probably go for that kill. Yeah. We got a so we got we got javelin after perseverance. I feel like if you're going javelin anyway, you just rush it, because this item doesn't help you farm.
The thing is, I was fighting so much. I was like, casual perseverance.
Clarities
I
are
don't really
better.
got that.
Like, you have your range up. Clarities and range up is all the mana sustain you need, and if you need HP regen, you either ferry out a salve or you use a shrine, or you ask someone to buy you a salve. And it's a similar idea to playing mid. I don't know if you play a lot of mid, Catzilla, but mid is all about ferrying regen out to yourself, and trying to stay in lane and stay hitting creeps in the game as long as possible.
I've played all 3 core positions.
Okay. So you'll be familiar with the idea then. So they've just shifted many heroes mid, and as soon as this happens, you're splitting. Because you don't, when your frontliner is dead, I hope none of you try and fight this right now, because there's no way you fight this. What I want to do is I want to see Sir Catzilla and Mr. Winnie Spot go top immediately and start hitting this tower, and likewise as I want to see Drow Ranger shoving out this wave, and you essentially, in situations where you can't fight them, you just push out 2 side lanes. So hopefully you don't try and fight this. So Catzilla, no, go top Catzilla. You can't fight. You're gonna die.
Yeah, I die here.
Yeah. Oh, BKB. That's a very early BKB. Oh, that's a mildly high skill SF. I don't know.
Sorry guys, I had to go help my cousin. He kind of passed out on the ground in the bathroom.
Oh my.
Yeah.
What happened?
He's drunk.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a little bit worse than that.
And I think he tried to put his pants on and he fell.
That's unfortunate.
Did he hit his head?
I think so. But we got him up and he was like laughing at us, and then he went to bed and I was like, you fucking asshole.
Yep. I think we're starting to see the plays of this, the misplay, the throws rather. Your lineup is all about finding mismatches. So using TPs, using good smokes, and just like pulling people around the map. If you can force 2 TPs, that's all you need to take another objective somewhere else. And that's basically how you play this game. You can't take a full on 5v5 here.
But it's also, like I said earlier, I think it's also the lack of the communication about the objectives. Like,
Yeah.
for example, we're running around, but like we're not thinking about what the objective is.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
I'd like some
why
of these.
we are in this situation.
Yeah. I like some of these plays. Like, some of your plays have been really good. I've been very, very happy with how you've moved as a team. But it's like just pulling that extra little bit together to be like, we've done this amazing play, this amazing move. Now what do we do? You're pretty close to like stomping these games. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Catzilla's demonstrated that he can take good fights, and use his spells. Probably just a little bit. Getting used to using your spells at a higher tempo, and when you're strong at a higher like you have javelin right now. Like, maybe you get away with that. Sorry,
to be
earlier
fair,
fights.
I don't play wind.
Okay.
Not to make excuses, but like legit, I don't play wind.
I want to discuss warding as well. Actually, I feel like as a position 5, you also dictate how your team plays. So I'm gonna quickly go back to 15 minutes. I'm gonna skim through all the possible ward, how your ward, and I will review your warding. Yes, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, this game was pathetic with my warding. So.
Well,
Yeah.
this ward is good. Aggressive shrine vision is good. Typically you want to keep the bot, like, in terms of warding the bot power rune or the top power rune. For both sides, you want to ward the bot power rune the most, I want to say, because it's much easier. Both teams have an easy way of seeing the top power rune because it's close to Roche, but bot power rune is like, it's out of the way. It's further away from both sides.
Yeah, the pathing to it is also shorter. From the shrines to the power rune, the
I mean, from
pathing is.
Fountain to Power Rune as well is also way shorter. Okay, so you've got the podium ward up, which is good. You think you're gonna take a fight? I think probably it's a bit too defensive. I would have preferred if we had placed a shrine ward instead of a podium ward. But if you think you're gonna take a fight at nighttime, it's a really good habit to just get a ward down anywhere if you're unsure where they are. They're TPing back to... Nay! No TPing back to base. We ferry clarities or we use shrines. Or someone has arcane boots. Your ogre has arcane boots. Yeah, you didn't need to TP to base here. TPing to base is a last resort for regen. If at all possible. And that's a good habit to get into. So, I want to see... Ah, this is bad! Position 5 with 2 wards in stock and 10 sentries. This makes me cry. You are the bitch this game. You gotta suck it up and make sure that your team plays the way you want. Okay, well I'm gonna fast forward until you decide to buy these wards. God, I love some of your aggressive movements. Actually, I know we've just TP'd back for this, but you also could have sent 3 heroes top and taken a tier 2 there. I just realized. Like these are just support kills that you're getting, and you could have taken over their entire safe lane in this time frame, and you could have killed CK.
That was a misplay because they just wasted their biggest ults
Yeah.
on nothing and they died. In any case, so we should have moved.
So I remember talking about this because we saw that you had 3 wards. Okay, so I want to see what you do with your 3 wards as soon as you get courier then. Courier. No, courier's sitting in base for like a minute. Oh, that's big sad. That's very sad. I think Catzilla had items on there and we didn't queue courier. You can't.
Yeah, I did. I remember. It was the javelin, I think.
Wait, so we've got.
Yeah, I think I'm getting so zoned into each fight that I keep forgetting about, like, you can queue it.
If you're playing position 5, yeah, like have this button ticked every single like. Have that thing perma ticked. Never let that be like off highlight. It's so important as 5 because the only time you're ever gonna really get courier is when the rest of your team do it. And if you miss, yeah, it's flying out now, but it's been like a minute 2 that you guys could have taken more fights. Also, I see you posturing in the mid lane, and this is a trap a lot of players fall into. Playing in the mid lane is when you're going for tier 2s is the hard. Actually, no, playing mid lane in general is the hardest lane to play aggressively in Dota, because if you want to siege a mid tower, the enemy team has 2 areas. Sorry, technically 4 areas they can wrap on you. This is like, if you have to pick between a side lane and the mid lane to go for, always pick the side lane, because this more often than not you're gonna kill yourselves in throw taking mid. Like I've seen it happen too many times. The only time you can really go for mid is if the enemy team is dead, or if you have vision of both of these high ground areas. So like a ward here, and like a ward that sees the shrine. But otherwise, mid is... Try to avoid going mid unless you've already taken a tier 2 in the side lane. That's like, as best I can say. It's really important as a support that you make that clear to your team. That the safer... and that you direct your teams to the safer objectives.
So if we fight, you would want to prioritize taking mid tower if it's safe.
Sorry, you cut out there a little bit. So, what was that?
So if we win a fight,
Yes.
would you have us prioritize taking a mid tower if we can?
Yes. But so long as you understand that the mid tower is inherently a higher risk than the side lane towers, then and make your decision off that, that's fine. Alright, let's see these wards. Okay, we got 3 wards coming in, and I want to see how we... So Mirana's not with you. We're wrapping on this fight on the Mirana. We're popping our ulti. I would actually just go ward right now. Like, you just saw like 3-4 heroes mid. I would legit run through like this bouncy rune area and just go straight into the enemy jungle and start warding. Like your ulti's up anyway. You might as well. You might as well try. You have 2 leap charges to get away with, because you can't take, like I said, you can't take this fight into these heroes anyway. So, okay, your wind just died, and I want to see you just beeline it into the jungle. It's really important as a position 5. If you can't fight and if there's nothing else to do, that you're just playing the parts of the map the enemy team isn't playing to get wards down.
Alright.
Because you had, I think, I don't know what SF is doing here. He really shouldn't die there.
He's being a bit arrogant there.
Very arrogant considering his BKB is on cooldown, and you have no real BKB piercing disables other than swap. No one survives. Wind comes back in. Okay, and I really want to see what you do these wards. Okay. So we wrap. I like that you wrap on fights. That's something that a lot of high MMR support players don't think about much as well. Unless you're like a Spirit Breaker player. Most people try and like tunnel vision beeline to a fight as opposed to wrapping, and it's really important to understand what you can do with that. Nice, good D ward. See, I want to see you doing what Sir Catzilla's doing. Like this is positioning like this when they're like 2 heroes dead is like perfect, and it's like you have to make the most of the little like opportunities you're given. But wait, so would you know where you end up placing these wards, by the way, Mr. Winnie Spot?
I can't remember. Like I'm checking this now as well.
So we put a podium ward up. So these wards look like you're setting up for Roshan, which I think is correct. I like every single one of your wards except for this one, because I feel if you're playing a hero with high mobility, sorry, how do I free camera this shit? There we go. Because you need to, when you're placing wards, you need to think about what the likelihood of this getting dewarded is, and this ward has a very high chance of getting dewarded. But if you say move it to like here, just on the edge of the spawn box, like that isn't blocking it, that has a much lower chance of getting dewarded, but it sees a very similar area of vision. It sees the shrine, it sees the 2 camps.
So you're talking about a ward right in between the 2 spawn camps?
Yes, yeah.
Good one?
Yeah, basically. I'm talking about a ward like right here. Because typically...
Yeah, we can't see your cursor.
Oh, bollocks. Okay. I will zoom in then. I'm talking about a ward like right here, right in the center of my screen is where I would place I can't believe you can't see my cursor. I completely forgot about that. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Yeah.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. The problem is when I do stuff like that, then generally I am very scared of going up on the high ground because I can't see what's going on up there.
I mean, you're playing Mirana, which is one of the hardest to kill support heroes in the game. And that's why I'm saying you should. If you're playing something like an ogre or a bane, obviously it's much harder. But
you can just turn to the cliff and jump.
Yeah. If you it's why I like playing Winter Wyvern so much, because I can just press Q, I go into their jungle, I place a ward, I go back down the cliff. And Mirana plays very similar to that, where you can get free wards down basically. And it's all about using your hero to their utmost limit. I kind of want to see what happens in this game, because I think your team is kind of strong. You only really need BKBs, like pikes, stuff to dispel fatal bonds, and you should win every fight. Oh, this is a bad play. Sorry. I see you guys have set up all your vision. So look how you set up vision for top lane, and this has just been dewarded, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also have your tier 2 here. Actually, no. Tell me what you think the next best objective for you guys to secure is right now.
Roche.
Yes.
Roche and then push the top lane.
Yes, Roche and or the top tier 2, or the top tier 2 and then Roche. Those are the next easiest objectives to take. These 2 wards are allowing you to get one of those 2 objectives and allowing you to play top lane a little bit easier. They probably... This one, if it was here, would be a little bit better, but it's fine. It's still a... Actually, no. Now, in hindsight, I actually don't like this ward. If this tier 1 is standing, at this late into the game, I probably wouldn't place this. Just because this provides good enough vision anyway. I would only place this ward if these guys are like relentlessly invading your jungle. And they haven't really been invading your jungle. They've been playing more their jungle in this mid lane.
But also, if you carry on watching from where I think even though they killed Mirana, I took the tier 2 at bottom and went into their base and started damaging that tier 3.
How the fuck do they let you get away with that?
I don't think they let me get away with this. I think I died. No, we started picking them off because
What
they came at
the?
us one by one.
Yeah, that's a feeding question mark. This top wait, what's happening top lane? S, what the fuck? Yo, these guys
Just
are
go back.
killing themselves all over the map. What?
Just go back. Watch that.
What?
Watch that.
How?
Look at this. Look at this pop. There he died. Lincoln's.
I still think Yule's allows you to do the exact same thing, or Blink allows you to reposition better. I think Lincoln's is just too. I think it's too scary. It puts you in the wrong frame of mind in this game. It doesn't offer enough utility.
If
So
you check bottom now, then
So we get a free bot tower. I still think this move is really bad and a high risk play. I don't think. I honestly don't think you should have got away with this bot tower. I don't think they should have ever lost this bot tower. This is them playing greedy as heroes.
I'm usually scared playing Yules against the Shadow Fiend because I just set up myself, especially
Oh.
if he has BKB already.
I mean, I just I don't know. I feel like I can outplay Shadow Fiend most of the time if I have a Yules just by like watching his animation. And sometimes they forget like, maybe Lincoln's is fine. It's I don't know.
You generally have that split second you can use yourself as the
yeah, this
animation.
is also where I take the mid tower as well. Well, I know I should have focused.
Oh,
on
the fatal
fight,
bonds. Oh god. I was about to say like one of you has to focus Warlock at the start of the fight or you're never gonna win it.
Yeah, no, we took
disaster.
a lot of damage there.
So target
Disaster.
target priorities in fights. In a full on 5v5 fight, give me a target priority of most important to least important hero to go on.
It's between Warlock and Silencer.
Yes.
But I think Silencer
Well,
first.
To be honest, you can kite the silencer, you can back off with the silence. I think the Warlock was the bigger threat on that one.
Yeah.
If you take the Warlock out, then you take the Silencer out, you kill the Tiny, kill the Shadow Fiend, then you kill the Chaos Knight.
It's because you have ways to play around the silence, but you have no ways to play around the fatal bonds. Yes. So in terms of my target priority for team fight, it would be Warlock, then Silencer, then Shadow Fiend, then CK, then Tiny. Just because the Shadow Fiend is really fucking far ahead and does a lot of magic damage to you guys, and you don't really have a way to deal with that. But yeah, this is a prime example of not having good target priority when you have the vision advantage. Like, okay, so you just back together. You don't. We split, but like again, okay. Here, there we go. That was perfect. What that was illustrating my point. So where is it? Where is it? I was watching. We're watching. You're backing. This is good. You're backing. Like this is perfect after global. And then we all posture to go back in after we've just made the correct play. What the four of you did was perfect. Exactly how you had to play that. Cause now you don't have to worry about this guy. This fucking Silencer. He's off your target priority list. It doesn't matter. And then you just have to wait for Warlock to be out of position before you fight again. So this makes me very upset to see. Because it was something it was so good and then so bad within a short span of time.
But also, I got out of that fight as well. If I was there, it would have also been might have been a little bit of a different story.
Oh my god, you're so farmed. What the fuck, dude? This team. You're all like decently farmed as well. It's literally target priority.
I wasn't farming though. It's just me from being in fights.
And that's good. If you're playing a tempo carry, that's how you play. Because your Drow is more the pos 1 this game. Like your Drow will take farm priority just because Drow farms faster.
There again, the Lincolns got me that.
Yeah. I mean, or you can have Yule's BKB. Let's be real. I'm pretty sure you could afford Yule's BKB by now. Because Lincoln's like what, 5k? Oh, I don't know. Lincoln's has a really like nasty build up. It always feels really bad to build Lincolns, unless you have a free game, like a free start. To be fair,
if you look at this now, I don't know if you want to quickly pause it.
Sure.
Okay, wait, never mind. No, never mind.
Okay.
It's not this part yet. I'll show you the part that I'm talking about.
Sure. I'm gonna hero chase your Drow's farming. Which is good. Drow's just chill, shove the wave farm.
No, I think this next part when I see all of them bottom and in their jungle, I take the top tower.
Okay.
I think this is where they isn't this where three of them came after me Yes, this is where 3 of them came after me, and then Wind Ranger came in and Marana came in, and we ended up taking them out.
Okay, I don't like the way you're positioning on the other 4 heroes. As soon as you got those like 2-3 kills, Sir Catzilla, you should be looking to instantly link up with your drow, like we were talking about earlier. It's all about like what's your next objective. You've got those kills, great. Now instantly run as fast as you fucking can to another lane and take this tower. Because as soon as you take this tower and get vision down here, you open up Roche. And if you open up Roche, this game becomes a hell of a lot harder to lose. Because then you're not so scared of Warlock and Silencer. Roche is probably the most important thing you guys need to win this game and go high ground.
Yeah, this is where I get caught. Except for we.
Nice. CK dead. Very good. Jamie, you have no sustain on this team, which is unfortunate. I would go Shrine if I was you, Drow, and then I'd run back to the fight.
Yeah, I think I just joined the fight. I took the tower, and then I think I just stayed as far back as possible, if that made sense.
Is this catapult wave? No. Nice. This is perfect time to force buybacks. High ground right now. Yes, perfect. Great decision making. I don't know if you have a shot caller on your team. I guess you'll find out with more time, because typically those things will make themselves apparent. Like which heroes are better. This is great. This is such a good move. You have a 10k lead. Okay, and as soon as Warlock respawns, you're backing. You still have time to play. Or you back together. Oh, we're splitting. We're splitting. Why are we splitting? We're splitting for a Shadow Fiend. I'm gonna see how this pans out, but it's getting really weird now. Ah, the Lincoln's actually doing stuff. Nice. You're all fatal bonded. None of you have any dispels. Oh, your Venge? I would flame your Venge for this. Your Venge needs a Lotus Orb. 100%. You're same as Marana. You both need Lotus Orbs. Obviously, Marana has less farm, but Venge could definitely have got a Lotus Orb by now. Force Staff, Lotus Orb, all that stuff. Amazing against Warlock. And amazing against Silencer as well. Lotus Orb, Yules, those items are like core against heroes where you can dispel AoE spells.
No, this is when we called get back.
Okay.
All of us said get back.
I'm surprised. I don't actually understand why you guys are backing, if I'm perfectly honest. Who's still wait? Who TP'd? Wait, I'm trying to think how you guys have TP'd out. Did you TP out mid-fight?
No. Well, not that I know.
Pop the stick and oh right, so you had to TP out because you were dying and say okay. They were both dying. Okay, the get back call is good. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. Mr. Winnie's killing himself.
No, I just stayed with Winnie.
Okay, this is good. Okay, I like the get back call. Fantastic. This looks way cleaner than what I saw earlier. I still think though that going on SF over here is like you guys could have taken a Rax and then backed and killed SF, the type of thing.
Yeah, but I think at the moment it's also that we have to get into that mindset that at this point in the game, a barracks has higher priority than the hero kill.
Yes. You only go for the hero kill if they stop you going high ground. Because I believe when you went for Shadow Fiend, Warlock had 14 seconds on his respawn cooldown. So that and your team 100% can take one of these in 14 seconds, maybe both. Like between Bloodlust and Vengeance Aura, I think you probably take both racks there and then you just reset.
Catzilla, your mic's muted, eh?
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Drow is playing a little bit aggressively. If I were playing Drow Ranger this game, I'd probably opt for BKB. I don't know if I go straight Butterfly.
No,
Actually, no, that's just me. That's just me.
I did go BKB in this game.
They
But it was a late BKB, but...
Yeah. Just because the only way I see you dying is if you get caught out by a stun.
Exactly as you call it.
Very good. Nice. Yeah, so...
There's my point.
yeah. Oh, this is...
Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything.
big sad. But this opens up play, potentially, if Catzilla can go... I don't know if Catzilla can do this in time. They've all TP'd back. Okay, no, that's fine. Like, you don't need BKB if you have Roshan. I like this ward, by the way. This is fantastic. Because your next objective is Rosh. A ward that sees their shrine, a ward that sees this rune, and a ward is basically, and a couple sentries is all you need to take Roche. And and so long as you know where Warlock is, you can also take Roche.
Oh, by the way, Ginkgo is in the party, so
Maybe this. I don't know if you.
Do you want to invite him to the Discord? Which is Ginkgo? Ginkgo is the bench. I mean, I think I'm approaching. I'm sure you throw this game doing something stupid, right?
Yeah.
the chances of that happening, yeah.
I
Oh,
am stupid.
that's a 20k net worth lead. I wanna see who got you guys killed, or whose call was it? Because you're really strong. Okay, we're going for Roche. This looks like all the stars are aligning to win this game. It must be Warlock. Something stupid like clumping against Warlock is how you lose the game. That's my bet.
Was I? Yeah.
Okay, let's see how you're setting up for this fight.
I get caught out like 2 more times, I think, then we lose.
Nice. Oh, great catch. Great catch. Amazing catch. Okay, that's fine. Silence, you reset.
No, but I think we got a bit greedy, and this is where we started to.
Okay, now. 2 of you are backing, 1 of you isn't. Definitely all of you need to back at the same time. Remember, Warlock is your #1. Warlock is how they win fights. Warlock is the only hero that can win fights for them. Honestly, if I were you guys right now, I would wait for Fatal Bonds to expire. Like I wouldn't even think about walking up high ground before Fatal Bonds expired because that spell is so strong. I don't know if you guys like play Warlock a lot, but that hero.
Nah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's that thing with Grimstroke ult.
I don't know what I was
It's a
doing
pain.
there. I'm sorry.
Yes,
What's up, Joe?
I'm gonna flame you for that. That was a ranged Rax you could have taken in that time
I
frame.
know. Ginkgo, this is games with.
What's up?
Catzilla's feeding. Big surprise. Hello.
Yeah, sorry about that. The power just went out for 2 hours.
Nah, it's fine.
1,
dude.
2, 3,
Gainsworth is
4.
you're a coach, right?
5. Yeah, I do coaching and replay review in my free time.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
dude, you had like 5-6 seconds. That was a dead range Drax, 100%. Like you're
Yeah, I'm sorry.
you're so strong. Look, you have 300 damage a pop. How many right? You can kill this thing in like wait, how much armor does this have? Physical resistance 35%. You can kill this thing in like 4 or 5 right clicks.
But you see, the issue was this: is we were engaging without the Wind Ranger and without the Marana.
I mean, you don't necessarily need. Yeah, I think Catzilla being up here is definitely insane. No reason for that to happen. I mean, Catzilla can be up here, but he has. You guys, it has to be coordinated. If Catzilla says he's gonna go into the base and like go on someone, then you guys need to do the racks at the same time, and it's a matter of timing.
Yeah, the thing is that's a lot of the times when I do some. At the time afterwards, it looks stupid, but
Yeah.
I need to communicate that. Okay, guys, take the tower.
Yeah.
While I cause a distraction.
And this goes right back to the point of every single play we make has to have some kind of objective in mind, buildings wise. Like we're gonna take this play so we can take Roche, so we can take buildings. It doesn't matter if the buildings are like 5, 6, 7 steps down the line, but getting into that frame of mind is how it makes games a lot easier. And now I imagine this game is scripts really hard and someone doesn't have buyback. I'm just gonna fast forward. Where's directed camera? I'm lazy. What was that? Silencer farming top. Why is directed camera showing me silencer farming top? SF farming. SS highest net worth. I mean, Drow's second highest net worth. Like, I really don't like the fact that none of you have more BKBs, because that's kind of that's pretty inexcusable actually, considering how far ahead you were. This is really greedy itemization. I like Marana's item build. Marana probably has the best item build out of everyone. Has a position 5 Marana. I can't believe I'm saying that. Drow and Wind Ranger both need BKBs. It's like Ogre needs a Lotus Orb, or Venge needs a Lotus Orb, but you need ways of dispelling Global Silence and Fatal Bonds, and you're basically losing this game to these 2 supports because you haven't respected their teamfight ultimates. Like, it's not SF. SF's a fucking moron. It's Warlock and Silencer pressing their buttons well that's killing you guys. I'm not even joking. Like, SF was good at laning, and then he's completely fucked up after that. I think this game just gets really hard now that you're behind, because
Yeah,
you
it
still
does.
you still aren't itemizing for the supports. I'm not gonna watch
Gains with,
anymore. This is a game it throws now. Not watching anymore. There's
Ga-
not enough to learn.
Gains with, isn't it so that you can't dispel fatal bonds? It might just show the debuff is off, but
Pardon, what's this?
it's still
You
fatal
can
bonds.
dispel fatal bonds with a soft dispel.
Yeah, I think that's also
But
the
the
reason why I was
damage
thinking
goes
about the
through.
Guardian Greaves.
No, you dispel the fatal bonds debuff, like completely. You don't take the damage. Like and you
They
won't
changed
give.
that recently.
Yeah, you won't receive damage and you won't share damage.
Oh, okay.
I
They
think
changed that.
I believe that. I mean I usually build Lotus into dispellable. Yes, the entire buff is dispellable.
Okay, I need
Yeah,
to check
if I have
text
it
on that.
if I have it correctly, that's the reason why I thought of going Guardian Greaves, because
Yes.
it has that burst thing, but it also debuffs anything that's on me.
Honestly,
That is
I
dispellable.
yes. Perfect. The idea to go Guardian Greaves is correct. If there's anyone I want to flame on your team, I want to flame all of you.
Let me.
But in terms of something that you can tell your offlaner to do, and prioritizing what he wants to focus on in games, me personally, I think your offlaner should have gone Guardian Greaves Lotus Orb at some point. Maybe not Guardian Greaves, definitely the Lotus Orb. It's either between Venge or Ogre to get that Lotus Orb online. And then someone gets a Greaves. And then you have BKBs on both your carries. Because then it doesn't matter how bad you fuck up in positioning. Because you just win the game with BKBs. They have no play to catch you guys unless Warlock gets a 5-man ulti. Like it's basically impossible. Yeah, it's impossible for you guys to lose fights if you have 2 BKBs, a Lotus, and Greaves. Yeah. I think that's about as much coaching as I can do for today. Is there any concepts or anything that anyone was uncertain of? I'll cancel the streaming now. How do I cancel the streaming? There. That. Oh, okay.
I just. The thing is, what I want to find out from you is. I don't know how. Are you. Do you know Catzilla? Or how. I don't know how. What's. How did you come to coaching? Like Catzilla and things like that?
I'm on a like a podcast Discord called the New Meta Podcast, and
Yeah, we met on there.
yeah, and I played a couple in-house games of Catzilla, and then I started doing like the coaching like replay review thing over the summer because I was like kind of and like or like towards the start of summer, just kind of wanted to do something with my time because I was pretty bored, and I wanted to learn as well. I wanted to like I do this to improve because it helps me like rehash concepts in my mind. Because to be a high level support player, it comes down to how well am I using my time, and teaching people how to use their time is really good for me to learn. So
Yeah, because I mean,
Like-
at the end of the day, there's always something new to learn in the game.
oh yeah, I love watching
Yeah.
high level support players.
That's
Like, I really think we can learn a lot from you.
Oh
Like,
definitely.
just from this. From sitting with you and just telling us what we're doing and what we should have done and our positioning and all those types of things. You know what, I would really like it if you could, like maybe once, whenever you can, come and sit with us and tell us what we're doing wrong. And because we want to, we want to we want to make a dent next year.
Make a what? Sorry.
A
A
dent,
dent.
like we want to get in, we want to get somewhere, if that makes sense.
Okay.
next
What in
year
terms of
in
personal
our-
improvement?
No, we are
As a team.
competing
As a team.
Yeah, we're competing next year in the South African Dota League.
Oh okay, that's pretty good. So you want to really step up for
And-
that then?
So
Yeah,
the thing
we
is, you can
want to
then
be-
watch us grow, basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
like as we progress.
no, because me and Catzilla actually we used to play in a team,
Yeah.
all right, and yeah, then it went like quiet for about what? How long was it, Cats?
3 years, something.
3 years, and then we came back to the game.
Yeah.
So, and by the time we got back, it's like, okay, what's this
Jesus,
game?
give me
Do
a
we
log
even
out.
know? Do we even know this game anymore?
some of the core concepts are still there, like last hitting or whatnot. But
yeah, but it's like completely different. But yeah, and I don't know about these guys just yet. We've only played 4 games,
Yeah.
but we will continue doing that because we enjoyed it. So
Like
Yeah,
for a fact, the thing is with the way our team is set out now, all right. Jock and Jimmy, they've been playing together like
Yeah.
for a very long time. Cadzilla and Winnie have been playing together for a very long time. So I mean, that's almost like a perfect combination if you can put it like that, because the safe lane and the safe lane support have been playing together. The off lane and the off lane support have been playing together.
Hmm.
The only odd one out is me. Basically,
it's a loner.
I'm the loner in mid, dude. Like, you know,
yeah,
I mean,
I need to get used to all 4. You guys just have to get used to, like, you
yeah.
understand what I'm trying
well,
to say.
you say
Yeah,
that, but
no.
the mid in this meta is predominantly the tempo setter. So I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like you should be able to acclimatize to people much faster anyway, because you're the type of you're playing the role that will have impact in both lanes, potentially. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't take long to get used to how people play.
Mm.
In that sense, I really don't. Um, I'm just saying, I really think we have a much bigger advantage of learning a lot faster and learning a lot more than if it was 5 people completely random.
Yeah. Well, to give you some perspective for my university team, which I got a bunch of guys. So I've been captaining teams like 2.5 years now, probably just over 2 years, and to everyone has improved that I played with over the course of over the course of 3 seasons of like playing, or like 4 seasons of playing Dota together as a team. But you're right, it gets really hard. It can be really hard on teams, morale wise, when you're not quite sure why you're losing. So hope like this should help you a lot from my experience. If you have an external opinion that can give you insight on what's going on in the game.
So then I'm gonna ask you, would you want to do it with us?
I think I've enjoyed this. I like teaching Dota, and I mean, it gives me something to commit to be regular with. So yeah, I would love to help you guys out.
Godzilla, Jog, Winnie, you guys happy with it?
Yeah, I'm
oh,
happy with it.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. I'm really
mean,
fine with it.
I will.
Well, it's my only concern at the whole thing is just the conflict of interest at this point, because I know you have your YouTube channel, and
Twitch.
YouTube
I don't do
has
anything with
kind
those,
of a bit
dude.
of a yeah, the YouTube, so yeah.
When we conflict of interest, you can post YouTubes of how we stuff up.
No, but if you actually want to do something like decent with YouTube, you're gonna have to go with YouTube's terms and conditions.
I mean,
So
I have the VODs on Twitch as well, if that's okay with you.
mm, no problem. I have
I'm
no
also
problem. Just
I've
from-
been streaming what we've been doing.
Like